Hello everyone and welcome to the Good Game Lobby review of Wheel World, the open world biking adventure game and the latest release by Messhof, the studio that brought us Nidhogg 1 and 2, and published by the indie darlings Annapurna Interactive with support with the sweethearts at Pop Agenda. Speaking of which, thanks to the teams for sending out the Wheel World Creator gift package. It was my first ever gift package and it had some of the greatest goodies. My son already claimed the hat with Skully, the companion in the game, on it, and I'm totally alright with that. There's going to be a link below for the short where you can see everything I received. Okay, let's get straight into the story. The story begins with a beautiful shot of Wheel World, where Kat finds what looks like a tomb. They discover a bike inhabited by an immortal bike demon, but most call them Skully. They explain that with the help of a legendary rider, they lead spirits to the moon and back, completing the Chain of Life. The Chain of Life being a celestial slipstream bridging Wheel World and the moon that won't run without Skully. Someone has stolen their legendary parts on their bike they use. They need to find a legendary rider, which is you, and build rep by winning races to head back into the slipstream, head to Mount Send, and perform the gear shift, moving Wheel World forward another gear. Okay, all the silly premise and puns aside, the story is a fun time. Skully is the one talking on your behalf, with the main character taking notes from Link and staying quiet through the whole process. They will mock other bikers you race, negotiating new races, with witty dialogue and back and forth with punk rock racers, dorks, rebels, and more, all with their own bike gang styles and bikes. Skully has a charm to them that I loved from start to finish that was fun and goofy and gave that push I needed to keep progressing to the final epic moments of Wheel World. The story builds as you explore the main area, riding along, winning races, and unlocking new bike parts, which is a great time to start getting into the gameplay. You ride around on your customizable bike, searching for parts in boxes littered around Wheel World. Each time I saw a box on a race, I was anxious to place first and get back to riding around to explore and find it. Essentially, the legendary parts Skully needs were stolen from different bike gangs, and you need rep to take on bigger gangs. You earn rep by competing in races where you have objectives of placing first, finishing in the top 3, beating the best time, and or collecting K, A, and T, similar to Tony Hawk games, each earning you 1+ rep for a total of 4 per race. The races are fun and only challenging at times. I never once felt like I couldn't finish first, and only didn't finish first when I was more concerned with looking for the hidden letters to collect so I could earn more rep. No difficulty setting was available, and the thing that you need to pay attention to the most is the gear you unlock and customize. The only thing I can say might increase the difficulty is that you can customize the bike's train to single, 2-speed, or 3-speed. It will assist in overtaking other riders depending on if it's uphill or downhill in races. Each has stats that can increase or decrease the power, aerodynamics, handling, and grip of your bike. The design are either these beautiful sleek designs, eyeball wheels, or more theme sets, even human-shaped pieces like a ring of feet for wheels. The styles were all fun to discover, and I'm definitely jumping back in to collect them all. You have a boost for your bike that increases with each new shrine you activate. These shrines are the same as those you'll see in something like Breath of the Wild, adding detail to the map and giving a clear direction of points of interest. One of which you'll find in each area is Portal John, who has portal potties that are for fast travel. How is this the first time I'm hearing a portal potty joke? As a dad, I love this pun. I don't want to spoil anything, but just explaining that right when you think you've reached the end of the game, you discover a big chunk of what's stopping you from getting back to Mount Sen, opening up the world to a whole new area and more races to compete in. This time changing the world's design completely. That is a great time to get into the visuals. Wheel World is clearly gorgeous. You can see it right now. Think 2021's indie gem Sable, but this time you're riding in a more polished looking cel-shaded world. The game runs really well, even at higher settings, something I struggled a bit with when I played the demo originally, where I noticed slight dips in frame rate, but it ran smoothly this time around, showing the level of detail and optimization from the Messhof team. Something that blows my mind is how they went from Nidhogg to Wheel World in terms of the scope and scale of the game. Nidhogg being a 2D sword fighting pixel game that was bare in design and where part 2 was upgraded visually still had a stripped down style. It's a clear indication that Messhof are here to show their skills and move to a 3D open world with ease, or at least with the help of great publishers. Aside from the bikes, great designs, and open world, the characters themselves all look rad in their own styles, each with matching outfits to fit the game motif. The soundtrack for Wheel World has been at the forefront of my interest because even before I understood what I was in store for, the Italo disco styling of the music had me hooked. It's a vibe from beginning to end. The first song I saw released was Go by Joon. I featured it immediately in my Friday follow-up newsletter. You can also hear it in this month's Quest 5's monthly playlist you can find on YouTube and linked below. It's a curated gaming playlist with music from games I love and review on the channel. Joon is all over the soundtrack, along with Johnny Jewel, who is the owner of Italians Do It Better, a California-based synth pop, Italo disco, dream pop label where Johnny contributes to all the artist's work. It's been a staple in my listening since the early days of the label with artists like Chromatics and Glass Candy. The early albums all felt like soundtracks to movies that never existed, and it felt like a natural progression to get to gaming soundtracks. I hope to see more in the future. You can check out Go by Joon and let me know what you think in the comments. Wheelworld is another great title published by Annapurna Interactive. Since I started reviewing games, it's almost been a guarantee that the games they work with will be great in terms of the gameplay, visuals, and collaborators. I raced and explored Wheelworld for 5+ hours after completing the main game, with plenty of bike parts and collectibles still littered around the world. I can imagine it being 2 to 3 more hours to find all the hidden items and clear every race with all the race rep unlocked. The gameplay loop is fresh with plenty to discover while vibing out to the smoothness of Italians Do It Better soundtrack. Not gonna lie, it could be one of my favorite albums of the year, hands down. It's on sale right now for $9.99, which I think is more than worth it for the main game's interesting premise, visuals, and vibes. I played on Steam, and the game is available on Xbox, PS5, and Epic Games Store. It's Steam Deck verified, and it ran great on my Rogue Ally Z1, with a few graphical adjustments. Thanks to the team at Pop Agenda for the key and the gift package, and thanks for watching. Will you be picking up the game? Let me know in the comments. If you're looking for more games published by Annapurna Interactive, check out my review of Lush Foil Photography Sim on your left. If you want to see all the reviews from this year, check out the playlist on your right. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, GG.